Today, we will explore the vital role of community engagement and action in addressing climate change. We will see how local efforts can effectively drive climate solutions, scaling from community to global impact. Let us now discuss how individual actions contribute significantly to climate change mitigation. Remember, even small consistent steps can collectively create a much larger positive environmental impact. First, we will look at ways to effectively reduce your personal carbon footprint. Opting for public transport, walking, or cycling significantly cuts down on fuel consumption and emissions. You can reduce home energy use by switching to efficient appliances and unplugging devices. Consuming less meat and dairy products helps reduce methane emissions from livestock farming. Next, let us consider sustainable consumption practices and waste reduction strategies. Always remember to practice the 3 R's. Reduce, reuse, and recycle in your daily life. Composting organic waste diverts it from landfills, reducing methane gas production and enriching soil. Buying local and sustainably sourced products. Now, let's turn our attention to important strategies for water conservation. Conserving water by turning off taps and fixing leaks is a simple yet impactful action. Choosing water-efficient foods, like seasonal produce, can significantly reduce your water footprint. Promptly fixing leaks at home prevents unnecessary water waste and saves valuable resources. Finally, educating and advocating for climate action is incredibly powerful. Talk openly about climate change with friends and family to spread awareness. Volunteering for non-governmental organizations or local climate groups makes a tangible difference. Supporting climate-friendly policies and voting for environmentally conscious leaders drives systemic change. Let's delve into understanding your personal carbon footprint in more detail. We will learn how to measure the total greenhouse gas emissions from your daily activities. Your carbon footprint represents the total greenhouse gas emissions generated by your activities. It quantifies all greenhouse gases, not just carbon dioxide, resulting from your lifestyle choices. This includes carbon dioxide, CO2, methane, and nitrous oxide, among other gases. Ultimately, your carbon footprint reflects the overall impact of your lifestyle on climate change. Let's identify the key contributors that significantly influence your carbon footprint. Transportation choices, such as driving a car or taking flights, are major sources of emissions. Your home energy consumption, including electricity and heating, also contributes substantially. Dietary habits, particularly the consumption of meat and dairy, have a notable impact. Your overall consumption patterns and the amount of waste you generate are also significant factors. Let's explore Curitiba, Brazil, a remarkable model in sustainable urban planning. Curitiba showcases truly innovative strategies for creating a highly sustainable city. Curitiba is renowned for its highly efficient bus rapid transit system, or BRT. This system significantly reduces urban traffic congestion and carbon dioxide (CO2) emissions. It connects all parts of the city, providing affordable and accessible transportation for everyone. This innovative BRT system has inspired similar public transport solutions worldwide. The city also boasts expansive green spaces, contributing to its environmental health. With 52 square meters of green space per resident, it effectively absorbs carbon dioxide. These green areas also prevent floods and significantly enhance the city's biodiversity. Moreover, these spaces offer valuable recreational areas for all of Curitiba's citizens. Curitiba has implemented truly innovative and effective waste management programs. They even offer free public transport tickets in exchange for collected recyclables. This encourages high recycling rates, dramatically reducing the amount of landfill waste. These programs actively engage the community in proper waste segregation and recycling efforts. Let's outline the 6 essential steps for conducting an environmental impact assessment, or EIA. First, you must clearly define the project scope, including its size, location, and purpose. Next, identify all relevant environmental factors that the project might affect, such as air or water quality. Then, collect comprehensive data through surveys and measurements to establish baseline conditions. After that, identify all potential environmental risks and negative impacts associated with the project. Following this, propose effective mitigation strategies to reduce or eliminate identified environmental harm. Finally, compile all findings and recommendations into a comprehensive EIA report. We will now examine the key factors involved in a comprehensive sustainability audit. This process helps evaluate an entity's eco-friendliness and overall resource efficiency. A crucial factor to examine is energy consumption, including electricity and fuel usage. You need to assess the total electricity and fuel usage to identify areas for reduction. Another vital factor is water usage, focusing on both consumption and waste. Evaluate current water waste and existing conservation efforts to find improvements. Effective waste management is also key, assessing how waste is handled. Review waste segregation, recycling programs, and composting initiatives within the organization. Finally, assessing the carbon footprint involves quantifying greenhouse gas emissions. You must calculate the carbon dioxide, CO2, emissions resulting from all operations. Let's discuss the core objectives that drive effective climate advocacy efforts. These objectives aim to drive impactful change, primarily through collective action and engagement. A primary objective is to influence government policies to support environmental sustainability. This means promoting the creation of climate-friendly government regulations and legislation. Climate advocacy also seeks to hold corporations accountable for their environmental impacts. We must ensure businesses are responsible for minimizing their environmental footprint. Another goal is to inspire individuals to adopt sustainable lifestyles and actions. Encouraging personal sustainable choices contributes to broader environmental protection. Finally, climate advocacy aims to drive investment in green technologies. This includes supporting renewable energy sources and other sustainable innovations. Let's look at some notable global campaigns that raise climate awareness and inspire action. Earth Hour sees millions worldwide switch off lights to highlight energy conservation. Fridays for Future is a youth-led movement advocating for urgent climate policy action. Plastic Free July encourages people globally to avoid single-use plastics for an entire month. The UN Climate Action Campaign offers practical guidance for adopting sustainable lifestyles. Team Trees and Team Seas are initiatives funding global tree planting and ocean cleanup efforts. We will now discuss how to overcome common barriers to behavioral change in climate action. The goal is to successfully shift from mere awareness towards truly effective climate action. Let's identify some of the common psychological and practical barriers to change. Many feel their individual actions don't matter or that it is simply too late to act. Some perceive sustainable choices as being too expensive or impractical for daily life. A significant barrier is often the lack of convenience associated with eco-friendly alternatives. Now, let's explore effective strategies to facilitate this behavioral change. We must strive to make sustainable choices as convenient and accessible as possible. Employing positive reinforcement and fostering community initiatives can encourage participation. Implementing policy nudges, such as plastic bans, can gently guide people towards greener behavior. Let's examine some compelling case studies of successful climate action around the world. These are real-world examples demonstrating effective advocacy and significant behavioral change. First, consider Kenya's impactful ban on single-use plastics, a landmark environmental policy. In 2017, Kenya implemented a strict ban, enforcing it with substantial fines. This resulted in an 80% reduction in plastic pollution across the country. The success of this ban has inspired similar plastic reduction policies throughout Africa. Next, let's look at the long-standing and highly effective carbon tax in Sweden. Introduced in 1991, it remains one of the world's highest carbon taxes. Sweden's carbon dioxide, CO2, emissions dropped by 25% while its economy grew. This policy also spurred increased investment in various renewable energy sources. To conclude, let's review the key takeaways from our discussion today. These are the most important points to remember about community engagement and climate action. Individuals play a crucial role in driving climate action by making sustainable choices every day. Local initiatives are fundamental for building resilient and environmentally friendly communities. Advocacy and raising public awareness are essential for achieving meaningful policy change. Environmental impact assessments, EIAs, and sustainability audits guide greener, more responsible development. Overcoming psychological barriers is necessary for fostering widespread behavioral change towards sustainability. Remember, collective action, beginning with you, will shape our planet's sustainable future.